Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this short video on precision flying in there, brought to you by the Flight Academy at the UDU. The first thing I will do is adjust the view on my plane using action mode. Make sure you look straight at the back of the plane, and as you'll see, the aircraft will rise straight up. Normally, when you try to reach a certain altitude, about 5 meters before you actually reach that altitude, you might want to release the up and down arrow keys and let it drift up a little bit, use the momentum. And on the apex, when it starts to come down, a quick tap on both up and down arrow keys together to remain at that altitude. You saw that I made a complete 360 circle. That is to negate forward momentum. I was at 3.6 meters a second speed. I did not manage to negate all of the speed, so I do a turn in the other direction. And as you will see in the left top, my altitude is 5.1 at a speed of 0. I am hanging perfectly still in the air. Now the next exercise is to get close to that pylon. Don't go too fast. Precision flying is not about speed. It's all about precision. So I'm going at a speed of about 3.6 meters a second. Slowly getting closer. What I am aiming for, and just as an aside, I used the user camera in there and I am clicked out 2 zooms. So once you have that camera up, click zoom minus twice. What I'm aiming for is for the top of that blue ring to get to the bottom of the screen, and then I'll start my turn to negate my forward speed. And if you did this correctly, after you've done a complete 360, you should have a forward speed of 0. And as you can see, we have attained that. If I change the camera angles, you will actually see how close I am to the pylon, hanging perfectly still. The next part of the precision exercise, above at the Flight Academy we have a runway, as you can see. Above that are 2 gates that we use to do figure eights and, all kinds of other exercises. Now the altitude of this particular gate, the bottom, is about 80 meters. So I'm going to try and get to 95, which is roughly in the middle. And again, slow movements. Just a small tap on the up arrow key to get some forward momentum. Because obviously the hoverboats in there do not have a brake. You can brake by tapping the down arrow key, but you run the risk if you hold it slightly too long that you're actually going to be losing altitude. It's going to drop. So as you saw, I was in the middle of the gate, and then I started my turn to negate my speed to get to a 0 forward momentum. My altitude is about 95. It's hard to see on this particular video because the instrument panel is in front of the gate. Now I'm going to move to the other gate and do that same exercise. You see I'm adjusting, but in very small increments. Not too fast. It's all about precision. And as soon as I am in the right position, I'm going to start my turn, again negating my speed to 0. And I will actually move the GPS indicators down to where you can actually see. And again, we are at 0 speed. Just adjusting the position slightly. As you can see, forward speed is showing as 0 and my altitude at 95 meters and holding. Now it may look on your screen that the plane is slightly bobbing. There's not much you can do about it. Just try and minimize that as much as possible. Now I'm going to attempt a landing. As you saw when we approached, the runway is right under the gates. So I'm going to make 180 while I'm descending. Now the ideal height for the runway is 25 meters in this particular instance. So I'm going to get close to that. And then I'm going to move forward, not too fast. What you're trying to do is follow the zipper along the center of the runway. And this will look a lot more impressive if you're actually doing formation flying with more than one hoverboat. And slowly lowering the altitude. And as it's bopping, as soon as it's on the as much down as it goes, you give a quick tap on the down key, and there we are, we're down. Now obviously I'm not quite happy with that one because I want it to be slightly more forward. Now keep in mind that if you are 10 meters or less above any surface, a hoverboat will get sucked down eventually. It will start bobbing harder and harder until it gets sucked to the bottom. Now my ideal landing position would be pretty much where I started, which is right there. Thank you for watching this quick video from the Flight Academy of There.